I know a lot of you that are on the other side of the world will be getting seeds ready for spring at the moment. Well, here in New Zealand the weather is cooling off for autumn as the growing season comes to an end. However, there's a couple of things I'm wanting to start for the cool season, so I'm going to go ahead and start some lettuces. I have already got some out here in the garden, some mixed lettuces in the ground, but I wanted to start some more iceberg lettuce. By the way guys, be sure to watch the end because I've got some exciting news to share. By the way guys, this is how I like to keep my seeds. I really like keeping them in the folder because you can easily just flip through and find what I'm looking for. I also try and save my seeds when possible and put them back in here so I've got some for the next growing season. Usually in the spring I'll just sow lettuce seeds directly into the ground, and I've never had an issue doing this, but during this time of year, although the temperature is dropping, especially at night time, it can still be quite harsh sun during the day, and I find it quite hard to keep the soil moist, which is crucial to help the plants germinate. So I've decided I'm going to start my lettuce seeds indoors at the moment, and then I can always put them outside when the weather's warm like it is today. By the way guys, I'm just using potting mix today just to get these plants off to the best start possible. But when these plants are ready to go out into the garden bed, I'm going to actually grab some composted soil from a garden bed that I've just grown broad beans on, because leafy greens like nitrogen rich soil, and broad beans are actually a nitrogen fixing plant, so they get nitrogen from the atmosphere and put it back into the soil. When starting things from seed, you want to make sure to wet the soil first so you can get it really nice and evenly moist. Otherwise you could easily overwet the soil or not have it wet enough if you water it after putting the seeds in. I'm also waiting for some soil tests to arrive so I can test the soil in my garden beds as well as my compost to see what nutrients they're lacking and make the right amendments. Healthy soil is crucial for growing your own food. With lettuce seedlings, it's crucial not to bury them too deep, so I'm just sprinkling a teeny tiny bit of soil on top. To help keep the soil moist, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap these in some plastic wrap. It just helps the soil to retain the moisture. You just got to make sure when doing this that you don't forget to actually check the soil under the cling wrap if it's still wet, because you'll see the water droplets on the plastic and think, oh, the soil is nice and moist, but actually underneath the soil has dried out on top. Yeah, I learned that one from experience. Since it's nice outside today, I'm going to leave these out for the afternoon and just bring them in when it's cold tonight. If you're looking for a hassle-free option and not having to worry about moving them outside and bringing them back in, I definitely recommend getting a grow light. Now this is something I haven't done yet, just simply because I don't need to, but it's definitely a good idea for those that are too busy and not at home during the day. I think I'm also going to start some brassicas. I did start some in the summer and they're not far off being ready, but we are a big family and I think we're going to go through them pretty quick. I also started some onion seedlings the other week. You can start them sort of late winter, early spring, but I find that time of year I just get so busy with other seeds that I forget about onions, and then it gets too warm and too late because onions do like a good period of cold. So I got those started the other week, and once those seedlings have a good amount of leaves on them, I'll transplant them into the garden. We've honestly pretty much failed at growing onions thus far, but we've probably only tried about twice, and that was when we did it late spring, so I think it was just too late, and we also probably planted them in an area where there wasn't enough sun. So I've decided that this year we are going to take out these agapanthus plants and make a new garden bed here behind the washing line, because this spot here just gets so much sun, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. You're probably wondering what exciting news I have to share. Well, I just ordered 200 tulip bulbs to plant this autumn in hopes to grow and sell these beautiful flowers. Comment below if you want to see a video on that. I got these bulbs from Bulbs Direct, so go ahead and check out their website if you're thinking of growing some of your own flowers. Speaking of flowers, last winter I sowed and grew wildflowers, so here behind me is where I grew them. They are just finishing flowering now, but I really enjoyed their beauty, and so I'm just so excited to grow these tulips as well.